Welcome to Bohl Diamond at Blair Field as the Long Beach State Dirtbags host Oregon State to begin their final home series of the year. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry, and you're listening to 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. The Dirtbags have won back-to-back series coming into the weekend and 5 of 6 overall. So this has been a tumultuous spring for Long Beach State and TJ Bruce at the helm, but this has been some of their best baseball of late.
Oh, absolutely, especially this last weekend here at Blair Field. One to remember, a 3-game series sweep over UC San Diego. The Dirtbags played, as you said, not only the best baseball, but some of the most complimentary baseball of the season. Great pitching, backed up by even better offense. Now the Dirtbags are rolling into their final home series of the season. Going
to be a tough opponent in the other dugout, though. Oregon State ranked number 7 in Baseball America's most recent poll, number 10 in D1 Baseball's most recent poll. They're 37-11 overall, playing an independent schedule, not part of any conference, but there's still very high hopes for this Oregon State squad that got to Omaha last year.
Yeah, this is an Oregon State team that is deep from top to bottom. Yes, they're missing a few important pieces as they move closer and closer to the postseason, but they are definitely the deeper team heading into this weekend. Dirtbags, at the very best, have to hope that tonight is their night against the Beavers.
The biggest missing piece in that Oregon State dugout is the right-hander Dax Whitney. Went down with an elbow injury, is out for the season. So instead, moving up as the Friday night starter for the second straight weekend is Ethan Kleinschmidt. We'll take you through Oregon State as we get there, but for now, Long Beach State has taken the field. Their starter tonight, Kaimi Kahalekai, the sophomore right-hander, back in that Friday night role again. He's got a 6.35 ERA and 168 walks and hits per inning pitched overall this year. The numbers don't look great, 0-3 record, part of that group, but Kaimi Kahalekai has had a couple good starts in a row.
He had some of his best baseball on Friday last week against UC San Diego, allowing just 1 run, 3 hits, and 7 strikeouts. Kahalekai has been so up and down this year, much like we saw him in his freshman season. When he has his stuff dialed in, he's a hard man to get hit off of.
Dirtbags have taken the field in their home white pinstripes, black hats, and black sleeves to go with them. Take you through the Oregon State starting lineup as they're wearing black helmets, black jerseys, and gray pants. They've got Easton Talt in center field leading off. A.J. Singer bats second, playing second base. Bryce Hubbard is the DH, batting third. Paul Vasquez bats cleanup and plays third base. Ethan Porter gets the start at first base, batting fifth. Adam Haight, the right fielder, bats sixth. Josh Proctor in the 7th spot, playing left field. Jacob Galloway in the squat and batting 8th. And then Tyler Inge rounds out the lineup, the shortstop, batting 9th. Talt stepping into the left-handed batter's box to start things off. Shadows about halfway out at Blair Field. A bright blue sky, not a cloud up there. So we've got a 66-degree first pitch. Final home series of the season for Long Beach State before they head up to Cal Poly to close out the year on the road next weekend. Easton Talt digs in. 6'8" sophomore Kaimi Kahalekai kicks, fires, pop up out of play. We're underway and the count's 0-1. Kahalekai began the year operating in a short inning relief role, mostly just 1 inning stints where he struggled mightily. That's really how his numbers got to be so bad. That has helped the Dirtbags to wins in each of the last 2 weekends as the Friday night starter. Delivers a strike, fastball down the middle, and the count's 0-2.
That's what Kaimi Kahalekai does best. Uses that long, lengthy frame to put everything behind the fastball. Something that Oregon State will have to catch up to here early while the sun's still shining at Blair Field.
Easton Talt, speedy, 276 average on the year with 21 stolen bases. 0-2 pitch, a curveball line drive out towards right field. Caden Smacka over to get it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Take you through the rest of the Long Beach State defense. Justin Rolston in center field with Merkel Turner over in left. Infield, Dylan Lena at third, Connor Stewart over at first base. Up the middle, Trotter Enright at shortstop, Camden Gasser at second. Damon Valdez, the true freshman, back in the squad. It's A.J. Singer stepping in for Oregon State, right-handed hitting second baseman. 1 out, nobody on. Stinger puts his back foot on the chalk in the batter's box. Now he's ready to go. 281 average on the year with 6 home runs. Kahalekai out of the windup, misses up high for ball 1.
Second-year Beaver A.J. Singer transfer out of Iowa Western Community College, native of Glendale, Arizona.
Pop up out into right field again. Caden Smacka over towards the line. Now running hard. He slides and he makes the catch. Just in fair territory. It finds the leather of Caden Smacka. A web gem for out number 2.
2 up, 2 down for the Dirtbags, and put a star next to that F9 from Caden Smacka. Getting that uniform dirty early in the top of the first.
For a lot of that route, it looked like he had a beat on the ball, but then had to put his foot on the gas at the last moment. Just did get there in time. Bryce Hubbard, left-handed hitting DH, takes ball 1. Hubbard's at 275 on the year, 9 home runs. Listed as a catcher, but won't be playing defense tonight. Kahalekai misses low, and it's 2-0.
Bryce Hubbard, with all of his power, has made his living this season for the Beavers at that designated hitter position. 3 seniors at the top of this Oregon State lineup tonight. Kahalekai hoping to send him back to the dugout 1-2-3.
Fastball misses up. Kahalekai way behind Hubbard. The early innings always a little tougher for the hitters at Blair Field, especially as the spring goes on with the shadow situation. Kahalekai misses again. The ball went to the backstop. So it's either ball 4 or it might have caught a piece of Hubbard's back foot. Either way, he's on first base. Paul Vasquez coming up after Oregon State gets their first base runner.
It's a classic little bit of both there, Bruce. The ball way too far inside, and you saw the jersey ripple from Bryce Hubbard. Definitely at least caught a piece of that OSU across his chest.
It is going down as a hit by pitch. Paul Vasquez in the box, 288 average on the year with 7 home runs. California kid. First pitch fastball just missed outside. So it's 5 in a row that have missed for Kahalekai.
You mentioned that difficulty for the hitters here early on at Blair Field. Kahalekai still in full sun, batter's box in full shade.
1-0 pitch to Vasquez. Line drive out towards left center. Over in the gap. Turner on a sprint, and then he stops and makes the catch. Hard hit ball, but goes right to Merkel Turner for the 3rd out. Oregon State leaves 1 stranded, and we're scoreless going to the bottom of the 1st on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State coming up in the bottom of the 1st inning, and they're facing the junior left-hander Ethan Kleinschmidt. He's been the Saturday night starter for Oregon State throughout this season, but once Dax Whitney went down, now in the Friday night role for the 2nd straight weekend. He's 7-2 with a 4.11 ERA overall this year, but don't let that ERA fool you into thinking that Kleinschmidt is not a tough opponent. Going to be picked in the MLB draft this spring. Camden Gasser stepping in to lead things off for Long Beach State. Left-handed hitting second baseman. Kleinschmidt kicks, fires, and catches the knees for strike one. Gasser's only batting .159, but a .459 on base percentage thanks to 33 walks. The 0-1. Fastball on the outside corner for strike two.
Camden Gasser, an immediate introduction to Kleinschmidt. Usually willing to sit back, take a few pitches. Kleinschmidt saying, let's dance. Two offerings right down the middle.
0-2 slider, tapped just foul. So Gasser stays alive. Kleinschmidt ranked number 64 on MLB Pipeline's draft board for this summer. So he could get all the way up into the second round. This is an Oregon State team that is supremely talented. Slider missed up and away. 1-2 to Camden Gasser. Kleinschmidt's in his second year with Oregon State, transferred in from community college. Was an All-American at Lynn Benton CC. Gasser taps a slider right into the glove, so he goes down swinging for out number one.
Moving on to the 77th strikeout of the season for Ethan Kleinschmidt. Had a really rough outing against CSUN his last time out, allowing 8 hits and 6 runs and an 8-6 loss to the Matadors. Great players always find a way to bounce back.
Smith Chandler digging in. 1 out, nobody on base for the Dirtbags. First pitch, slider missed down and in. Kleinschmidt has only made 3 starts before this one on the road this year, but he's been fantastic in those 3 games. 3-0 record and 0.54 ERA. Trying to keep this success away from Corvallis alive. The fastball sails up and away. Smith Chandler at 267 this year. Two out. Checked his swing and went around. And fastball at the letters for strike one. This is senior weekend for the Dirtbags. They've got all their seniors' jersey numbers painted out in front of their dugout. Fastball right down Broadway for strike two.
And Long Beach State will hope this is a memorable weekend, especially for those seniors. Just 1 win this weekend over this, as you mentioned, very talented Oregon State team. Would go a long way to closing out this season on a high note.
2-2. Missed down and in. Count now full to Smith Chandler. Trying to get the Dirtbags their first base runner, with Trotter Enright waiting on deck. Kleinschmidt out of the windup with the payoff. Fouled back, and we'll do it again.
Chandler had 2 hits on Sunday against the Tritons. So work now a 6-pitch at bat.
Count still full. Shadows haven't quite gotten all the way across the mound yet. Another payoff, line drive out into right field. Adam Haight barely has to move. He puts it away for out number 2. Take it through the defense behind Ethan Kleinschmidt. Outfield left to right, Josh Proctor, Easton Tult, and Adam Haight made that last play. Paul Vasquez at the hot corner. Tyler Inge at shortstop. A.J. Singer, the second baseman for Oregon State, with Ethan Porter, the freshman, at first base. Jacob Galloway, the battery mate, with Kleinschmidt. Trotter Enright stepping in. 2 outs, nobody on for the Dirtbags. Enright's got his pants pulled up to his knees today. The first pitch goes off the glove of Galloway and misses outside. the throwback high-cut stirrups look for Enright tonight. Fly ball out towards left center. Talt over. He makes the catch just in front of Proctor. The Dirtbags go down in order. We're going to the second, still scoreless on 22 West Radio. Oregon State back up for the second inning. Ethan Porter leading things off against Kaimi Kahalekai. No score as we get the second underway. Right on right matchup. Freshman first baseman in the box. First pitch from the sophomore on the mound is a strike. Ethan Porter's been red hot for Oregon State. Only making his 13th start of the year tonight, but an OPS above 1,000. Pitch misses down low, and it's 1-1.
Porter's really been the hottest bat in this Beavers lineup over the last week and a half. He's hit above 500 with a pair of home runs in his last 5 games, making his 3rd straight start at first base tonight.
Now curveball catches the inside corner for strike 2.
We're seeing Kahalekai go back to the well on this curveball a few times already as he works his way down the Beavers lineup.
It's been one of the ways that Kahalekai has developed since getting back into this rotation as he misses up high. Well, he was pitching in relief this year, was very fastball heavy, rarely used the breaking ball, but now back as a starter, having to lean more heavily on the rest of the repertoire. 2-2, curveball, pop up into short right field. Stewart back, he gives way, Smacker running in, but it lands in front of him. Dr. Flair single for Ethan Porter to lead off the second inning.
Caden Smacker getting some early cardio in through these first 2 innings. Just kind of lands in no man's land. Smacker electing not to lay out that time to make the catch. Beavers have their second base runner of the night.
First hit of the game for either side. That brings up Adam Haight. The heart of this Beavers lineup, very young. Haight's only a sophomore. Freshman Porter off of first base. First pitch popped up. Valdez looked at it for a moment, but it gets out of play. Porter on first, a freshman. Haight at the plate, a sophomore. Proctor on deck, another freshman. Porter, by the way, no stolen base attempts this year. Chopper through the right side and into right field. Porter goes station to station and holds up at second. It's back-to-back softly hit singles for the Beavers. They're in business, first and second, nobody out. in the second inning.
And all of the contact Oregon State has made here through the first 2 innings have been on pitches from Kahalekai, low in the zone. Oregon State expanding on Kaimi Kahalekai early. Now they've got 2 on with nobody out. It's the Hawaiian looking for answers.
Josh Proctor coming up. And Kahalekai may have lucked out a bit to end that first inning. It was a hard hit line out to end the frame with a man on base. Now on the other side of the luck swing. Couple base runners on from softly hit balls as Proctor steps in. Standing up high in the right-handed box. First pitch from Kahalekai. Curveball misses low. He's behind 1-0.
Dirtbags infield now having to contend with the sun. Trotter Renwright and Camden Gasser, the middle infield. Neither one with a pair of sunglasses on.
Glances back to second, now comes home. Hard ground ball through the left side. Proctor getting the wave. He'll come in to score. Throw goes towards third base, but it's cut off by Enright. Haight goes first to third, and Porter is in to score. An RBI single for Josh Proctor, and it's 1-0 Beavers.
3 straight base knocks, and Trotter Renwright just a step too late at the shortstop position. Another hard hit ball blown right by him into left field, and Beavers strike first.
3 straight singles open up the second. Josh Galloway will, or Jacob Galloway that is, will look to keep the line moving. First and third, nobody out. Galloway, left-handed hitting catcher, steps in. First pitch from Kahalekai, fastball down Broadway for strike 1.
There's the bread and butter from Kaimi Kahalekai.
Close lead over at first base for Proctor. He hasn't attempted to steal a base this year. Line drive high in the air out towards left field. Turner ranging back, now stumbling a bit as he makes the catch. That's plenty deep enough to bring Haight in from third base. Proctor retreats to first, but it's a sacrifice fly for Jacob Galloway. The Beavers are up 2-0.
This is what the best teams in the country are able to do. Put men on base and then find ways to bring them around. Oregon State among the best in the nation in driving in runs, putting on an offensive clinic here early through 2 innings.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, Tyler Inge. Man at first with 1 out. First pitch fastball for a strike from Kahalekai. Some early swings in this second inning for Oregon State. Each of the last 3 plate appearances have ended after 2 pitches. See if Inge is swinging here. Curveball taken for a strike. Just caught the inside corner. Oregon State's shortstop behind 0-2. Kahalekai looking to roll a ground ball. 0-2 pitch. Curveball checked his swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. They peeled down to first base as Joe Maiden says he held up. Rest of our umpiring crew tonight, Christopher Torres behind home plate, Anthony Norris out at second, and Joseph Finley at third. Inge with his bat rested on his shoulder. 1-2 from Kahalekai, missed inside. Throw down to first. Nice job by Stewart to body up as the throw was low from Valdez. Count now 2-2. Proctor still down at first base. Chopper on the ground, up the middle. Enright fields himself, touches the bag, and throws to first. A 6-3 double play ends the second, but the Beavers strike first with 2. 2-0 Oregon State going to the bottom half of the second on 22 West Radio. Dylan Lena coming up for Long Beach State as they try and respond. Beavers score 2 in the top half of the second. So it's 2-0. Dylan Lena leading things off as the Dirtbags look for their first base runner against Ethan Kleinschmidt. This Dirtbag order has struggled to produce much in terms of power this year. Dylan Lena, the main source of it. So he takes a strike to start the at-bat. 10 home runs for Lena. The entire rest of the Dirtbag batting order tonight combined for 4.
And Lena added another one over the weekend against UC San Diego. He's become especially comfortable here at home this season.
Takes a fastball up high, and the count evens 1-1.
It's going to be the final trip around the base paths for Dylan Lena this weekend at Blair Field in his senior season. His number, one of those along the left field line.
1-1. Check to swing on a slider. That's a called strike on the inside corner.
That's a filthy pitch from Kleinschmidt.
That slider has been graded by a few outlets as the best pitch in Kleinschmidt's repertoire. The fastball, slider, changeup guy. And Dylan Lena swings through a fastball up above the zone for strike 3. So Kleinschmidt gets him looking at a slider and then chasing a fastball for out number 1. Second punch out of the night for Kleinschmidt. That brings up Caden Smacka. Third baseman Vasquez pulled even with the bag. First pitch to Smacka, slider waved at and missed for strike 1.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kleinschmidt again with a picture-perfect slider, facing the left-handed Smacka. He can do it with batters on both sides of the plate.
Missed outside with the slider. It's a tight breaking ball for Kleinschmidt. Not a lot of drop. More of the glove side break. 1-1 pitch. Missed down and away with another slider. Smacka now ahead 2-1. Porter hugging the line at first base. 2-1 pitch. Fastball fouled back. Looked like the pitch Smacka was waiting for, but couldn't get it fair. Count now 2-2. Pitch from Kleinschmidt. Fastball fouled back again. Oregon State has played a few Big West opponents this year. Mentioned that CSUN series was last weekend. The last win for Ethan Kleinschmidt out of his 7 came against Hawaii back on April 25th. It was a game he went 5 innings, only 1 earned run against him. 2-2, slider grounded over towards second base. Routine for A.J. Singer. He puts it away for out number 2.
We talked about the depth that's going to be on display this weekend. Oregon State has been able to outlast Big West opponents this season, sweeping aside Hawaii, Cal Poly, and UC Irvine, and then taking 2 of 3 against Cal State Fullerton and CSUN.
This Oregon State team hoping to host a regional in Corvallis as part of their path to try and get back to Omaha. Slider misses down and in to start the at-bat to Merkel Turner. Last year was the first time that this Oregon State program has gotten to Omaha underneath Mitch Canham, their 7th-year head coach. Won 2 national championships with the Beavers as a player back in 2006 and 2007. Fastball caught the zone for strike 1. Those are 2 of 3 College World Series championships for Oregon State as a program. He also won it in 2018. 1-1 fastball, misses up and away. Merkel Turner, one of the guys for Long Beach State that didn't play much at the beginning of the year, but is starting to get a lot more consistent playing time as many Dirtbags have gone down with injuries. Swings and misses at a good slider. Count now 2-2. I mean, you can go down a laundry list for Long Beach State. Trevor Goldenetz and Jake Evans, two of the top hitters in the conference, both have gone down, most likely out for the year. Matt Toomey out of the lineup, Aaron Perez. Chopper up the middle. It's the second baseman Singer over to get it again. On the other side of the second base bag, throws on the run in time to get Turner. Nice play at second from Singer, and it's another 1-2-3 frame for Kleinschmidt. Going to the third, still 2-0 Beavers on 22 West Radio. Top of the order up for Oregon State in the third inning. Already ahead 2-0 are the Beavers. Kaimi Kahalekai back out there for Long Beach State. His first pitch changeup misses up and away. Shadows have made their way all the way across the mound now, so it should get a little bit easier for these hitters. Still bright sunshine in left field and center field though. Pop up high in the infield. Damon Valdez drops the mask and he makes the catch. Big league pop up there from Talt, but Valdez able to make the play for out number one. Kahalekai looking for a quick frame. He's at 29 pitches.
And Damon Valdez can continue making plays like that, Dirtbags are going to like their chances. A very theatric flick of the mask on that high infield pop-up.
First pitch curveball bounced in there. It's 1-0 to Singer. Singer flew out to right his first time up. Took a good diving play in right field from Caden Smacka. Not because the ball was hit hard, but just where it was placed. Fastball down the middle for strike one. Count is even.
And in many ways this weekend for Long Beach State, as we talk about the injuries and talk about who's not in the lineup today, serves as an audition, not only for the members who are going to stick around for next year, but for the future of a lot of these guys as they move through college baseball into the future of their careers.
Out of 55-foot fastball from Kahalekai. Went straight to the backstop after bouncing. It counts 2-1.
Kahalekai touching his chest saying that one's on me. For guys like Kaimi Kahalekai who have spent 2 solid years with this Long Beach State program learning and developing, there's a lot of questions over what the future holds.
Fastball misses high and it's 3-1. retention and working in the transfer portal is the name of the game for these mid-major programs, modern era of college sports, not just college baseball. It's a 3-1 misses high. It's a 5-pitch walk for Singer. One out base runner for the Beavers. Long Beach State brought in a few transfers this year, Camden Gasser and Aaron Perez, a couple of the guys on offense. Just were never able to put it fully together. I mentioned in the open this stretch these last couple weekends with back-to-back Series 1, last 5 of 6 games wins for the Dirtbags. Really the best baseball they've played this year, and it is coming at a time when they've already been eliminated from the playoff picture. Now looked like Kaimi crossed up Damon Valdez. He was standing up. Ball went off his glove to the backstop. Weird looking pitch as Valdez didn't even hustle back immediately. Was looking around like he didn't know where the ball went. But Singer easily advances to second base.
You contrast these two programs in Long Beach State and Oregon State. The Beavers have been a shining example on the West Coast for baseball. Looking to make that trip back to Omaha this season.
Changeup missed. Counts 2-0 to Hubbard.
And a lot of the guys on this Oregon State roster have been around for 2 years, 3 years. It's their ability to retain players that has led to a lot of success. We've heard from TJ Bruce throughout the season how challenging the NIL landscape has been for this program and for his recruiting strategy. You have to imagine Long Beach State will look to retool again in the offseason.
Kahalekai misses again. Counts 3-0 to Hubbard. Man on second with 1 out. Pitch from Kaimi. Down the middle with the fastball for strike 1. TJ Bruce really got his start in college baseball coaching underneath John Savage at UCLA. Was the recruiting coordinator for that Bruins team that won the 2013 national championship. Fastball, another strike from Kahalekai to bring the count full. That was a much different era back then, and then when Bruce transitioned to the head coach role at University of Nevada. Had a good stint there. Was the associate head coach at TCU for a couple of years before coming back to his alma mater. Fastball misses down and in, and Hubbard draws the walk. Back-to-back free passes issued by Kahalekai, first and second with 1 out for the Beavers.
And besides bemoaning the latest transfer portal era and the era of name, image, and likeness, TJ Bruce has said that he's a guy who knows what it takes to win, and he hangs his hat really a lot on that success he had under John Savage at UCLA and as a head coach at Nevada, building up the Wolfpack into a respectable program in the Mountain West. Insisting that he just needs time to make his vision for this program a reality.
First pitch, breaking ball for a strike to Paul Vasquez. That word time has been brought up quite a bit this year from Bruce. Asking for patience from this anxious Dirtbags fan base. 0-1 popped up out of play. Kahalekai gets ahead 0-2.
That's a Dirtbags fan base that has come out in full force once again tonight.
Very healthy crowd at Blair Field for the final home Friday game of the year. (0-2) fouled straight back. Vasquez stays alive. There's one thing about this Long Beach State Dirtbags fan base. Doesn't particularly matter how well the Dirtbags are doing. They come to games. They turn out even better when the Dirtbags are successful, but fans are here even on tough seasons like this one. Curveball swung on and missed. Kahalekai gets Vasquez to chase down below the knees. It's his first strikeout of the night for the second out of the inning.
Really good for Kahalekai just to right the ship. Start throwing pitches he's comfortable with, and set up a really nice punch out. Trying to get out of a jam here in the top of the third.
He's been pitching backwards a lot in this game and over these last couple of weekends. That at bat was more fastball heavy before going to the curveball with 2. Ethan Porter steps in now, first and second with 2 out. First pitch curveball, chopped over towards shortstop. Enright all the way across. The throw is way high. Bounces into the railing in the Oregon State dugout. 1 run is in. Enright had to retreat. Didn't see the chopper well off the bat. Fielded it on his heels with his feet on the grass. Then the throw was so high, Connor Stewart didn't even give it a jump. Just watched it fly above him. E6 brings in a run, and it's 3-0 Oregon State.
AJ Singer with an easy path around the bases. And a meeting between the infield now. That was ugly from Try to Run Right.
Full mound visit now for Long Beach State, trying to get Kaimi Kahalekai to lock back in. It's a difficult thing for a pitcher to get a softly hit ball, think they're out of the jam, and then have to lock back in after an error. Adam Haight steps in. No RBI for Ethan Porter, given the error. First pitch to Haight. Shows bunt, pulls it back as it bounces in. Blocked by Damon Valdez. Second and third with 2 out. The 1-0 pitch. Fly ball out into left. Merkel Turner has a beat, started back, now comes in and makes the catch. Haight just caught it off the end of the bat. So 2 stranded for Oregon State, but they plate another run through 2.5. It's 3-0 Beavers on 22 West Radio. Bottom third of the order coming up for Long Beach State, starting with Justin Rolston. It's 3-0 Oregon State as the bottom of the third gets underway. Still no base runners for Long Beach State against Ethan Kleinschmidt. First pitch fastball misses to Rolston. Justin Rolston, one of the Dirtbag seniors playing his final series at Blair Field. Hit his first home run in the season last weekend. Fastball missed up high, and it's 2-0.
Rolston coming off arguably the best offensive weekend of his Dirtbags career. Across the series against UC San Diego, a double, a triple, his first home run of the season coming on Sunday.
It was only his second collegiate home run as he takes a strike.
And for a long time this season, it felt like Justin Rolston was just struggling to find a way on base. Took a long time to register his first hit, and now in the final home series of the season, he finds himself batting 7th.
Hasn't played very much until the second half of the year as he chases a fastball up high and swings and misses. Counts 2-2. Still only batting 115, 3 hits and 26 at bats. Two-two pitch from Kleinschmidt. Just missed, down and away. Counts full to Rolston. Dirtbags trail by 3. Still plenty of time to chip away. Rolston trying to work on base to start the 3rd. Payoff pitch, fouled straight back. Won't do it again. Got a fastball in on the hands. Rolston just fought it off. Connor Stewart watching from the on-deck circle. Another 3-2, curveball froze him. Strikeout looking for the 3rd punch out of the night for Kleinschmidt.
First baseman, number 48, Connor Stewart.
Good looking curveball there from the junior southpaw. Connor Stewart at 247 this year. Has spent most of the season as the Dirtbag backup catcher, but now has started to get some playing time at first base, given the injury to Aaron Perez. First pitch taken inside for ball 1.
It's resulted in a few games this season where both him and Damon Valdez are on the diamond at the same time. Battery that TJ Bruce pointed to as 2 men who would be in rotation throughout the season.
Was out ahead of a breaking ball, pulled it over towards the Dirtbag dugout.
As the adjustments for the season have come in, get to see lineups like this where Stewart will most likely play on the weekend at first base. Damon Valdez, just beginning his college baseball career, gets the start behind the dish.
It's a stark difference between this number 8 hitter and number 9 hitters in the Long Beach State order. Stewart takes one up and away. Stewart is a 6th-year primary catcher. Damon Valdez, true freshman. About as big a discrepancy as you can see between 2 teammates. Stewart swings and misses, and the count's 2-2. Of those 6 years, Stewart has played 2 of them with Long Beach State. Transferred here from CSUN. Fastball misses up and away. It's full again. Stewart trying to win the battle. Curveball fouled back.
Back-to-back at-bats now facing the bottom of the order for Ethan Kleinschmidt, where he's had to work beyond full count.
It was a 7-pitch strikeout to Rolston. And now the 7th pitch is coming to Stewart. Fastball paints the inside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts looking for Kleinschmidt. It's 2 out, nobody on for Long Beach State.
Just the composure there from Ethan Kleinschmidt. Hasn't looked phased once tonight because the Dirtbags have not yet been able to put a runner on base. Now it's the bottom of the order. Do it for the first time in Damon Valdez.
Some extremely easygoing energy radiating from the mound. First pitch fastball at the knees for strike 1. Damon Valdez has seen his numbers rise a bit in recent weeks, now at 217 on the year. Hasn't exactly lit the world on fire from the plate as a freshman, but has had a good defensive year. Valdez swings and misses. He's behind 0-2, but TJ Bruce has clearly made it clear that he intends to hand the keys over to Valdez as the future catcher for this program. 0-2, fastball popped up and out of play. Valdez stays alive. Kleinschmidt looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Another 0-2, fouled straight back. It's 4 straight heaters delivered to Valdez. Hometown kid from Los Alamitos High School. Kleinschmidt out of the windup. Valdez swings and misses at a breaking ball. Kleinschmidt strikes out the side in the third, and he's perfect. Going to the fourth, 3-0 Beavers on 22 West Radio. Going to the fourth inning, still 3-0 Oregon State. Kaimi Kahalekai back out on the mound as Josh Proctor steps in to lead it off. 3 runs on 3 hits so far for the Beavers against Kahalekai as Proctor went around on a check swing for strike 1. Bottom third of the order up here for Oregon State. Proctor had an RBI single his first time up. The 0-1. Breaking ball bounced in. It counts 1-1.
Josh Proctor's been especially good on the road this season for Oregon State, batting .340, 3 home runs and 11 extra base hits away from Corvallis.
One. Slider just caught the front door. Good pitch from Kahalekai to make the count 1-2. A little bit of a smoky aroma, barbecue smell in Blairfield right now. Never complain about that. Ground ball on the left side. Lena over to his left, fields and throws across in time. Proctor retired for out number 1.
Proctor already with 1 hit tonight, coming off a great game against Portland last time out. Successfully retired. Good footwork there from Dylan Lena. Little hop, skip, and a jump over to his left. Gives Kahalekai a bit of a cushion as he has to face 7, 8, and 9 here on the top of the 4th.
Jacob Galloway in next for Oregon State. senior catcher, still looking to register his first official at-bat of the night and a sac fly in the second inning. First pitch curveball for a strike. Kahaleka looking to settle into a groove. That's what he found in that last start against UC San Diego. 0-1. Fastball at the knees. Good pitch for strike two. The infield now pretty much fully in the shadows. There's a couple streaks peeking through in front of Dylan Lena at third base and Trotter Enright at shortstop. 0-2 curveball, just missed outside. Merkel Turner barely still in the sunshine in left field. Justin Rolston right on the edge of the shadow line in center. Another 1-2 curveball grounded over towards shortstop. Trotter Enright fields, and this time the throw is on a line and there for Stewart. 2 outs, nobody on for the Beavers.
Short second 14, Tyler Edge.
1-2-3 inning would be big for Kahaleka here to try and get back on pace. Tyler Inge 0 for 1. Grounded into a double play to end the second inning. Pops up the first pitch out of play. He's behind 0-1. A little bit of a breeze starting to pick up. Curveball missed up high. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. Swing and a miss on a 1-1 changeup. Kahaleka is ahead 1-2. Looking to finish a 1-2-3 inning. Fastball misses up high. Tyler Inge fits the stereotypical mold of a good fielding shortstop batting ninth in the order, but this Oregon State offense is so strong that even their glove first number 9 hitting shortstop batting .293 on the year. Kahaleka misses in the dirt. The count runs full. Inge is the only hitter in this Oregon State lineup without a home run this year. Payoff, checked his swing, and the fastball caught the knees. Kahaleka has his second strikeout, and he twirls a 1-2-3 inning in the fourth through 3.5. Still 3-0 Beavers on 22 West Radio. Ethan Kleinschmidt perfect through 3. So Long Beach State has the top of the order up in the 4th, trailing by 3 runs. Camden Gasser struck out on a slider to begin the game. One of 5 punch-outs the first trip through the order for Kleinschmidt. First pitch, breaking ball, missed up high. See if Camden Gasser can work some of his strike zone repellent magic. Get the Dirtbags their first base runner. Really has been a remarkable senior season for Gasser just for its uniqueness. So 1-0 slider catches the zone. 33 walks, 63 official at-bats for Gasser. Just not something you ever see, and he's clearly taken an approach up there for almost every single one of his at-bats to take at least 1 or sometimes 2 strikes. Fastball misses inside. It's not like he's hiding anything in his approach. The pitchers know that he's up there looking to get deep in counts, and they still struggle to find the zone against him. 2-1, caught the knees. Gasser gives a little head tilt. Didn't look like he agreed, and a couple Dirtbags fans didn't either.
Camden Gasser has been able to draw walks at the top of the lineup, at the bottom of the lineup. TJ Bruce has put him everywhere. Despite being out of the lineup for a considerable period of time, he's returned and been just as good getting on base.
Fouled one right off his leg to stay alive. There was a stretch in the middle of the season where Gasser missed about a month. So this is only his 25th start of the year. But only 10 hits next to those 33 walks. Kind of ratio that you don't ever see. 2-2, slider lifted off the end of the bat towards left field and over to get it. Josh Proctor makes the play. Kleinschmidt stays perfect for the first out of the 4th.
Designated hitter, number 9, Smith Chandler.
That was the closest the Dirtbags have been to a hit so far tonight.
No wind to speak of in the outfield either. That ball just had a little bit too much carry.
That's right. I mentioned the wind was picking up in the top half of the inning. Now has completely died down. Flags down the left field line, stagnant, hanging straight down the pole. Smith Chandler lines it out towards center field. Talt back a couple steps and makes the catch. Well hit ball for Chandler, but it's 2 outs and nobody on for Long Beach State. Trotter Enright will look to extend the inning. Dirtbags have gotten into some deep counts despite no traffic on the bases. Kleinschmidt at 55 pitches. Fastball misses down low.
This is about on par from what Kleinschmidt has been able to put out in his starts all season, going at least 5 innings, keeping the Beavers close, and his solid pitching has been backed up by the offense.
1-0 missed, and Enright's ahead 2-0. Mentioned that 7-2 record for Kleinschmidt. Those 2 losses came in his 2nd and 3rd starts overall of the season. So he hasn't lost a game since the end of February. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 2-1 to Enright.
Despite really struggling against Cecil and earned a no decision in that contest.
And he had a run of 6 straight starts where he got the win. Middle part of the year. Chopper to the left side, stabbed by Vasquez. He throws across in plenty of time. Another 1-2-3 frame for Kleinschmidt. Going to the 5th, it's 3-0 Beavers on 22 West Radio. Kaimi Kahalekai back out there for Long Beach State as we enter the 5th. Easton Talt leading it off. He shows bunt, but a curveball misses way up above his head. Counts 1-0.
That's a curveball that never curved.
It's been all Beavers so far tonight. 2 of the 3 runs against Kahalekai have been earned. 1-0 fastball caught the zone. Talt is 0 for 2, looking to join the party.
Talt riding a 4-game hit streak coming into this weekend.
Changeup misses. He's been a formidable opponent at the top of this Oregon State lineup this year. Mentioned the 21 stolen bases. Super speedy for the Beavers center fielder. Shows bunt, lays it down the third base line. Dylan Lena in, fields bare hand, throw to first, not even close to in time. Easton Talt shows off the wheels, and he's got a bunt single to lead off the 5th.
Second baseman number 7, H.A. Singer.
And that bunt almost caught the Dirtbags infield by surprise. Talt stayed home, didn't show it until the last moment, forcing Dylan Lena to make a tough play down the third base line. I mentioned that speed. Beats out the throw in plenty of time.
Lena was pulled even with the third base bag. Did everything he could. It was a good effort, fielding barehanded and throwing on the run, but Talt still beat it out by plenty. And now he's a danger to steal at first base. A.J. Singer in the box. First pitch, line drive into center field. Back-to-back base hits for Oregon State as Talt pulls into second, and he'll stay there. First and second, nobody out, and the Beavers trying to start a rally.
Flashbacks to the second inning when Beavers were able to knock 3 straight singles, bring in 2 runs in that inning. Now going after Kahalekai early in counts. Just 3 pitches to Talt, 1 to Singer. Now there's men on first and second with nobody out.
That's been the theme when Oregon State has plated runs tonight. Bryce Hubbard steps in. He's reached both times tonight, a hit by pitch and a walk. First pitch curveball, caught the outside corner. Kahalekai getting back to his pitch backwards mentality. Counts 0-1 as Hubbard rests the bat on his shoulder. Pitch from Kahalekai, changeup in at the knees for strike 2.
And all night long after giving up hits, giving up walk, Kahalekai has gone to the fastball, not this time.
Glance back to second. Now the 0-2 curveball bounce. Valdez bucked it out in front of home plate. Throw down to second base, not in time. So both runners advance 90 feet on what will be scored a wild pitch. It was a good effort from Valdez. Blocked it out in front of him, but he looked up, didn't immediately know where it was, and a good read from Talt and Singer to both advance up 90 feet.
This is just the mistakes you can't make against a team like Oregon State. So dangerous, and now 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out.
Infield in, fastball up high, tips off the glove and goes to the backstop. Back-to-back wild pitches, and it's 4-0 Oregon State.
Really nothing Damon Valdez could have done about that one. Way high and outside.
Infield remains in for the Dirtbags. 2-2 to Hubbard. Ground ball over to first base, blocked by Stewart. He picks up and touches the bag himself. Singer stays put at third. One out now in the inning. The cleanup man, Paul Vasquez, coming up.
Paul Vasquez.
There is some action down in the Dirtbag bullpen now. First pitch to Vasquez, chopper fouled on the third base line. Kahalekai up to 72 pitches. Has gone plenty deep, above 90 in each of his last couple starts. It has not had his peak effectiveness so far in this one. Misses low with a changeup, and the count's 1-1. Infield in all the way across. Short lead at third for Singer. Fly ball hit high into left field. Turner in medium depth. This one probably will be deep enough. Singer tags and the throw in is cut off. It's an easy sac fly for Paul Vasquez, and it's 5-0 Oregon State.
Once again, just like that second frame, Oregon State put runners on base, find a way to bring them around. The unselfishness from Paul Vasquez just to catch a barrel there. The Beavers putting on an offensive clinic here in the 5th inning.
Second sac fly of the night for Oregon State. Now Ethan Porter shows bunt, lays it down the third base line. Lena fields with the glove this time, and he has no play. Second bunt single of the inning as Ethan Porter reaches for the third time tonight.
And again, Lena's lined up with the third base back, has a long way to go to track down the bunt. By the time he gets there, Porter's already touching first. Beavers playing with their food now here in the 5th inning.
Third hit of the frame. Man on first with 2 out. First pitch to Haight. He bunts foul. So Oregon State choosing to try and pick on Dylan Lena in this 5th inning. He's pulled even with the bag at third base. Haight steps back in. 0-1 taken for a strike on the outside corner. Count 0-2 to Adam Haight. Close lead at first for Porter. Kahalekai fires. Fastball missed up high as Haight checked his swing and didn't go around. It's 1-2. Haight has a single and a run tonight. Curveball chopped on the left side. Dylan Lena fields this one, has time to throw across the diamond to get Haight for the third out. We're halfway home, and it's 5-0 Beavers going to the bottom of the 5th on 22 West Radio. Dylan Lena leading off the fifth for Long Beach State. It's 5-0 Oregon State. The Beavers have been all over the Dirtbags in this one, as the offense also has not gotten going for Long Beach State. Ethan Kleinschmidt perfect through 4. Works and fires a first pitch fastball that misses up high. Got Dylan Lena to strike out on a fastball his first time up.
Kleinschmidt, no stranger to Long Beach State. Got the start when these two teams met last season. Went 6 innings with 7 strikeouts.
Chopper pulled foul by Lena.
Could you talk about how much this roster has been rotated from year to year? Only 2 of the Dirtbags starting 9 from that day are in the lineup today. It's Trotter Enright, Connor Stewart, who have retained their places. Everyone else, Kleinschmidt's facing for the first time.
Swing and a miss from Lena. Good fastball at the letters.
That was a matchup that Oregon State won in 7 innings, 13-0. These two teams met last year. Tonight, the 20th all-time meeting between the Dirtbags and the Beavers.
Pulled ground ball, stabbed on a dive by Vasquez. Throw across the diamond, low and in time.
Oh.
What a play at third base by Paul Vasquez. Had to go full extension, picking on the backhand to his right on the chalk, then got up and threw in time. Watch out for SportsCenter Top 10. That's a web gem from Paul Vasquez.
I don't know how many third basemen in the country could make that play, Bruce, and make it look easy. Little Lena with a long trot back to the dugout. Paul Vasquez can take a bow.
And it keeps Ethan Kleinschmidt perfect. Caden Smacka shows bunt, lays it down at second base. Ranging in, Singer doesn't have a play. It's a bunt single for Caden Smacka. And now the Dirtbags end the perfect game bid for Kleinschmidt. 1 pitch after the web gem at third base. Caden Smacka gets the Dirtbags on the board.
And getting on base feels like a win in and of itself, the way Ethan Kleinschmidt has been pitching tonight. A.J. Singer on that play, able to run down the bunt, just caught it in his glove and couldn't flip it from the leather over to Porter at first.
The key for that drag bunt for Smacka was to get it by the mound. Once he did that, he's got plenty of speed to beat it out. So Kleinschmidt has to pitch out of the stretch for the first time tonight. Gave a step and throw, but Smacka dove back. Merkel Turner in the box for Long Beach State. First pitch fastball fouled back for strike 1. Smacka does have 1 steal on the season, 1 for 4 on his attempts. Turner grounded out to second his first time up. Changeup misses low. Kleinschmidt would love to get another ball on the ground here. Give this Oregon State infield their first chance tonight to roll a double play. 1-1 fastball right on the inside corner. Good pitch, and it's 1-2. Another good changeup, and Turner chases it down and away. He goes down swinging for the 6th strikeout of the night for Kleinschmidt. 2 outs now with the runner still at first for the Dirtbags. And I got to say, that was a filthy changeup there.
You talk about taking a bow. Merkel Turner doubled over, trying to chase it low and away.
Ball just dove underneath his barrel. Bottom fell out of it. Pop up for Justin Rolston. Back in foul territory. Galloway gives a look, but it gets out of play onto the roof. Can see in a start like this why Kleinschmidt gonna have a chance to be taken early in the MLB draft this summer, the first few rounds. Really, his biggest weakness this year has been the home run ball, giving up 11 home runs out of the 55 hits that he's allowed this season. So it was a good matchup against Long Beach State going in. So step and throw is not in time to get Smacka, with the home run ball being Kleinschmidt's biggest weakness this year, and a Long Beach State order that does not hit many home runs. And in a ballpark like Blair Field where not many home runs get hit, period.
It's just allowed Kleinschmidt kind of an aura of comfort tonight.
This time stepped off the back of the rubber before throwing over, but Smacka's safe again.
He's just looked so comfortable, been able to dial in his pitches. Just dust a little dirt off his shoulder and say, the only way you're going to beat me is with a home run tonight.
And the Dirtbags have not had very many hard hit balls. Counts 1-1 to Justin Rolston. Back foot slider missed down and in. In that game, as you mentioned, last year for Kleinschmidt when he went 6 innings against Long Beach State, Rolston pops one out of play. Only allowed 1 hit in that game, paired with 7 strikeouts. Right now, it's still possible for him to put up an identical line tonight.
He went 6 innings on 89 pitches that night. He's on a similar trajectory.
Now timeout called by Justin Rolston ahead of the 1-2.
Right now, Kleinschmidt sitting just shy of 80 pitches, looking for another punch out here to end the inning.
This next pitch is 72nd. Rolston pops it up into short right field. Adam Haight camped underneath, and he makes the catch. Dirtbags leave their first hit of the game stranded on the bases, and we're going to the 6th. Still 5-0 Beavers on 22 West Radio. Beavers back up again. Josh Proctor leading off the 6th inning. 5-0 Oregon State. Opening up the final home series of the year for the Dirtbags. First pitch slider missed in the dirt from Kaimi Kahalekai. Back out there for his 6th inning of work. Hasn't been particularly strong so far for the 5 runs for Oregon State have been earned. One-0, missed down and in. Kahalekai has been spraying it around a bit. Command hasn't been dialed in, and that's been a problem at times throughout his collegiate career so far. 81 pitches for Kahalekai, only 47 strikes. 2-0 rope to third base, and Dylan Lena catches it on a line. Hard hit ball for out number 1.
Dylan Lena just gets his body behind that ball as it's looping towards his ankles. Squats down, flashes the leather, and it's a welcome first out here in the top of the 6th.
Jacob Galloway in next. This Oregon State team certainly playing like a top 10 team in the country tonight. First pitch fastball for a strike. They'll be hoping for a deep playoff run this year. First, trying to secure hosting a regional in Corvallis. The ball is taken by Galloway. Then they'll try and turn their sights towards Omaha again. It's a program that's turned themselves into a powerhouse in college baseball. High fly ball out to right. Did Galloway get enough? No, it bounces into the wall. Smacka mishandles it. Galloway still running hard, but he'll stop at second base. A stand-up, 1-out double for Jacob Galloway. The Beavers have a man in scoring position.
Jacob Galloway, that's his 15th double of the season. Drives it just shy of the Jared Weaver bullpen, where a few Beavers had their hands up, ready and waiting to receive the home run.
That ball was hit plenty hard enough, just didn't have the air. Tyler Inge steps in now with a man at second and 1 out. Inge 0 for 2. Ground ball double play and a strikeout on his line tonight. First pitch missed down and away.
Tyler Inge was a part of that Michigan team last year that opened up the season. One of their first weekends here at Blair Field. Played in just one game of that 3-game weekend series.
1-0, fouled back. Has had an overall successful sophomore season at Oregon State. I think any team would take their number 9 hitter to have a good glove at shortstop and a .363 on base percentage. 1-1, curveball missed low.
Tyler Inge tonight taking his first at-bats at Blair Field in that one game he played for the Wolverines. Only put onto the diamond as a pinch runner. Trying to get on base for the first time tonight.
2-1 fastball missed up above the letters. It's 3-1. Three national championships for Oregon State, all since the turn of the century. Fastball misses high again. So 5-pitch walk to the number 9 hitter in the order. Oregon State threatening again with runners at first and second.
Brings up the top of the lineup, which got the rally started in the 5th inning.
Center fielder number 6, Easton Tall.
This Oregon State program has become a factory for big leaguers, and not only just big leaguers, but high MLB draft picks. As Easton Tall digs in. First and second with 1 out. First pitch curveball missed up high from Kahalekai. They've had 2 first overall picks just within the last 10 years. Adley Rutschman was part of that 2018 team, got picked first overall by the Orioles. Then Travis Bazana went first overall to the Guardians just a couple years back. Recently got called up to make his MLB debut. Pop up high towards third base. Dylan Lena gives way to Trotter Enright, and just in fair territory, Enright makes the catch. 2 outs now, and the runners stay put. That Oregon State team that got to Omaha last year had 7 players drafted. Really is impressive that they've managed to keep their momentum into this year with that much talent going professionally. Abe Alvarez out of the dugout for the Dirtbags, walking out for a mound visit. And now he'll make the move. Dirtbags making a pitching change with first and second and 2 out in the 6th. Oregon State will look to add to their 5-0 lead on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State giving the ball to Caleb Anderson, the graduate right-hander, out of the bullpen, trying to escape this jam and keep the score where it is. 5-0 Oregon State. Top of the 6th inning. Beavers have first and second with 2 out. A.J. Singer, the number 2 batter in the order, coming up. He's 1 for 2 with a walk tonight. Anderson comes set at the belt, looks back to second. His first pitch, slider on the outside corner for a strike. Anderson coming off what may have been his best overall outing of the year last Friday against UC San Diego. Got the win as he pitched in relief. Retired all 8 batters that he faced. 0-1. Another slider this time gets by Damon Valdez and goes to the backstop. Both runners advance up a bag. And now it's 2 runners in scoring position for the Beavers.
Wasn't too long ago, Caleb Anderson was the Friday night starter for TJ Bruce. Has worked really well out of the bullpen in his last few appearances.
A 5.72 ERA overall this year. 1-1 slider lifted out towards center field. Justin Rolston gets there to make the catch. Running like a gazelle, Rolston cuts it off in the gap and ends the inning. 2 stranded in scoring position for the Beavers through 5.5. It's 5-0 Oregon State on 22 West Radio. 8, 9, and 1 due up for Long Beach State in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're chasing 5. Still facing the starter, Ethan Kleinschmidt for Oregon State. Only one base runner in the game for the Dirtbags. First pitch missed up and away on a fastball to Stewart. Worked a full count his last time up there, but struck out looking on a fastball. 1-0 fastball sailed up high again. Kleinschmidt was forced to work out of the stretch for the first time in this game to end that 5th inning. Now back in the windup and missed badly with his first couple pitches. See if he can find his groove again. Slider is pulled out in the air to left. Proctor ranging back to the track, to the wall. It's off the top of the wall. Stewart pulls into second base. He'll stay there. It's a leadoff double for Long Beach State to start the 6th.
Only the 5th double of the season for Connor Stewart. Those are his only extra base hits in the 2026 campaign. It's just a smart piece of hitting. After 2 pitches miss way high, way far, he knows he's getting a strike and he doesn't miss. Finally, Dirtbag's able to take advantage of a rare error from Kleinschmidt and put a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
Not only did he get a strike, he got a hanging slider right down the middle. Stewart a couple feet away from a home run. Instead, he's out at second with nobody out. Damon Valdez comes up.
That wind blowing favorably out towards left field.
Almost carried that one out of here. Now Valdez lines one into left. That gets down for a hit. Stop sign at third for Stewart. Back-to-back hits for Long Beach State open up the 6th, and they've got runners at the corners.
Absolutely nothing offensively through the first 4 innings, and now back-to-back hits. Dirtbags trying to start a rally. As now Ethan Kleinschmidt looking for a bit of focus. Looking for an out that has been so easy to find all night long.
And it's the bottom of the Dirtbag order that gets this potential rally started. 8 and 9 hitters for the Dirtbags, both with hits. Runners at first and third as Camden Gasser steps in. Gasser 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a line out. Healthy lead at first for Valdez. He hasn't attempted to steal a base this year. First pitch fastball on the outside corner for a strike. This Dirtbag crowd has stuck it out despite the weather cooling off a bit and the 5-0 deficit. 0-1. Fastball missed outside. If the Dirtbags are going to keep this game competitive moving into the later innings, they could use a crooked number here. Kleinschmidt exhales. 1-1 is swung on and missed. Fastball is tipped into the glove. It's 1-2.
Gasser about halfway through that swing realized he wasn't going to get close to it.
Valdez an extra half step at first. Got a one-way lead over there. 1-2, line drive off the end of the bat into left. It's diving down, and it gets by Proctor. Rolls behind him. 1 run is in for the Dirtbags, but Valdez will hold up at second. 3 straight hits open up the 6th, and it's 5-1.
And the patience of this Dirtbags faithful is finally rewarded. Connor Stewart got the party started with a double. It's only right that he's the man coming around home to put the Dirtbags on the board at long last.
It's a line drive off the end of the bat, diving towards the ground. Looked like Proctor didn't get the best jump on it. And as he came in, couldn't get there in time. Was lucky that Damon Valdez didn't get an extra base as the ball bounced behind him. Now full mound visit coming out for Oregon State. Long Beach State with runners at first and second, still nobody out. Smith Chandler will try to keep the line moving.
There's a right-hander warming up right now for the Beavers in the Jared Weaver bullpen. Most of the black jerseys have been watching on as this game has continued to unfold, and Kleinschmidt has looked ever in control. That control starting to waver now in the 6th inning. You wonder how much of a leash he has left. With those runners on first and second, still nobody out.
Smith Chandler stepping in for Long Beach State. Chandler, a couple of lineouts tonight. Try and get a ball down. Corner infielders pulled in for Oregon State. First pitch taken down low for ball 1. The Beavers in a bunt defense. You know TJ Bruce has that tendency. Now Ethan Porter will back off at first base behind the runner. Vasquez still in front of the third base bag. 1-0, taken up high for ball 2.
Here in the 6th inning, Dirtbags are doing to Kleinschmidt what the Beavers have done to Kahaleka, and that's get after him early in counts. Just wait on the strikes to be thrown.
2-0. Slider missed up high again. 3 balls and no strikes to Smith Chandler. Trotter Enright waiting on deck.
First time tonight, Kleinschmidt has thrown 3 straight balls.
Fastball groove down the middle for strike 1. Chandler still way ahead. And has a chance to hunt a pitch. 3-1 to the Dirtbag DH. Fastball missed up high. Kleinschmidt has walked the bases loaded, and the Dirtbags have had 4 straight reach to open up the 6th.
Absolutely not what Kleinschmidt needed there. Unable to find the zone. The Dirtbags bring the tying run to the plate.
It's in the form of Trotter Enright, but before Enright can get his at-bat underway, the Beavers are going to make a pitching change. It was an excellent outing for Ethan Kleinschmidt until all of a sudden the wheels fell off here in the 6th. Dirtbags get their first run across and now bring the tying run to the plate. Bases loaded, nobody out, and the Beavers go to the bullpen on 22 West Radio. Trotter Enright stepping up to face one of the monsters in this Oregon State bullpen. Isaac Yeager has entered to try and put out this rally here in the 6th. Dirtbags have reached 4 straight to open up the inning. They've got the tying run at the plate and Trotter Enright. First pitch taken down and in for ball 1. All 3 runners on base, the responsibility of Ethan Kleinschmidt, the starter. For Isaac Yeager, he's thrown 31 innings this year across 19 games, a 1.74 ERA. Enright fouls one back. 39 strikeouts in those 31 innings as Yeager has excellent stuff. Been on the radar as one of the premier relievers in the country this season.
He's coming off a 7 strikeout performance against CSUN just 6 days ago.
Bases juiced, 1-1 to Enright. Swung on and missed. A good slider. And the count's 1-2. Enright trying to fight with 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch from Yeager. Ground ball through the left side and into left field. 1 run is in and they go station to station. It's 5-2 on an RBI single from Trotter Enright.
How about the patience there for Trotter Enright? Sees a couple pitches go past him, then waits on the one that he cannot miss.
And up comes Dylan Lena representing the go-ahead run. 5 straight Dirtbags have reached to open up the 6th inning. It's still bases loaded with nobody out and a 5-2 ball game. Dylan Lena far and away leading this lineup with 44 RBI on the season and 10 home runs. First pitch from Yeager, swung on and missed. Lena looked like he was trying to go right over the left field wall. A good up and away fastball got him to whiff. Lena hones in, bat held vertical, the 0-1, bounced and a good block by Galloway. Keeps the runner at third. It's Camden Gasser running at third base, Smith Chandler out at second, Trotter Enright at first. 1-1 count to Dylan Lena as the Dirtbags trail by 3. Pitch from Yeager. Taken down low. Lena's ahead 2-1. The crowd is into it with a rally in the 6th inning for Long Beach State. 2-1 pitch. Chopped foul. Count even at 2-2.
The crowd has had to wait all night long to sink their teeth into something here at Blair Field, and finally Jeff Littman gets to tickle the keys and there's new energy around this ballpark. Dylan Lena representing the go-ahead run.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Dylan Lena digs back in. Hugging home plate. 2-2 pitch from Yeager. Swung on and missed. A beautiful slider gets Lena out in front of it. That's a huge out number 1 for Oregon State. It was a fastball heavy diet throughout that at bat. Was waiting for Yeager to go to the slider. Finally does to put away Lena. Caden Smacka comes up now. Still plenty of opportunity for the Dirtbags to keep adding here in the 6th. Bases loaded with 1 out. First pitch, chopped foul. Counts 0-1 to Smacka.
Smacka 1 for 2 tonight. Ground out in the 2nd. Left stranded in the 5th. First man on base for the Dirtbags tonight. Now looking to extend the rally.
There's a bunt single in that last inning. 0-1 pitch, slider in at the knees for strike 2. And now it looks like JayDe is finding a groove.
Looks like JayDe is relishing in what this crowd has had to offer him here. Every strike he throws, Blair Field faithful. A little more shaky.
Double play depth for the Beaver infield. 0-2 pitch, tapped foul, just got a piece of it to stay alive.
As those cheers get replaced by moans and groans. Isaac JayDe just continues to dial himself in.
Caden Smacka only batting 138 with runners in scoring position this year. Looking to come through in a big spot. 0-2, missed inside on a fastball. Eight total RBI this season for Smacka. 1-2, ground ball up the middle, ranging in. Inge touches second base himself and throws to first for the double play. That ends the inning. The Dirtbags get 2 in the 6th, but feels like they could have had so much more. Isaac JayDe comes in and limits the damage. Dirtbags are within 3 though, going to the 7th. It's 5-2 Oregon State on 22 West Radio. Got ourselves a ball game at Blair Field going to the 7th inning. It's 5-2 Beavers after Long Beach State puts their first couple runs on the board. Part of the order due up for Oregon State to face Caleb Anderson. Bryce Hubbard, number 3 batter, steps in to lead it off. Anderson out of the windup. First pitch chopped foul. The count's 0-1. It was a good chance for Long Beach State after they had 2, still had the bases loaded with nobody out when the Beavers went to the bullpen. Score stays 5-2 after JayDe got out of it. Next pitch taken on the outside corner for strike 2.
Oregon State able to throw the first punch tonight. 2 runs in the top of the 2nd, 1 more in the 3rd. Another pair in the 5th.
Slider missed just low. Looked like Anderson was ready to do a strikeout trot, but instead the count's 1-2.
And the Beavers still hold the advantage, but you know that this Oregon State team is not going to be satisfied with a 3-run cushion.
Swing and a miss. Good slider from Caleb Anderson. He gets his first punch out. Anderson entered last inning and got the final out of the 6th. So extend it back to last Friday, and it's now 10 straight batters retired for Caleb Anderson.
And it's that ability to pick his pitch and look calm and composed. I had Caleb Anderson starting on Friday nights that allowed him so much success against USC a few weeks ago.
Fastball just caught the letters for a strike. Anderson's arsenal has looked potent in relief this year. Didn't quite translate to the starting rotation as well as it's played in relief. A 1 slider, ground ball through the left side. A slider that Vasquez went out and got. Now he gave a thought about going up to second as Turner bobbled the ball in left field, but he'll retreat to first. 1 out single for Oregon State.
And the streak ends at 10 for Caleb Anderson. TJ Bruce, when he was plugging Anderson in on Friday night, said he just wanted to put the best guy out on the mound. And that was Anderson for a few weeks during a tough stretch of the season.
Man on first with 1 out. Dirtbags do have 1 double play tonight. Try and roll another with Ethan Porter up at the dish. Porter's got 2 hits tonight already. Right on right matchup. First pitch for Anderson. The slider misses down and away. It's that slider that really is the money-making pitch for Caleb Anderson. And it plays better out of the bullpen where he can throw it a little bit more often. Also try and put some extra juice into his fastball in the shorter stint of an outing. 1-0, swung on and missed. Porter couldn't catch up. A sinker on the inside corner.
And when Caleb Anderson has lost control of that slider and of the fastball, he's really struggled. Had a rough outing up in Northridge on a Friday night start that spelled the beginning of the end for him. Coming out of the bullpen, last few games has just been able to find that same calm, find that same composure.
Slider missed off the inside corner. So it counts 2-1. It's really when he gets the arm slot groove down to be throwing that slider on or just off the outside corner to righties that Anderson is at his best. That part hasn't been consistent this year, but when he does dial it in, it looks very good. Pickoff throw to first, but Vasquez is safe.
This is the perfect part of the lineup for Caleb Anderson to go to work on, too. Oregon State batting 4 straight righties, 4 through 7.
Counts 2-1. Pitch from Anderson. Slider missed in the dirt. Now throw back to first base, picked out by Stewart. Another low throw from Valdez. Dirtbags occupied with Vasquez over at first base. He has not attempted to steal a bag this year.
Not only was the throw from Valdez a little low, it's a little late. Kind of see the hesitation. He's only been able to see Connor Stewart at first base a handful of times later on in the season.
And as you said, even if that throw was accurate, wouldn't have had him. Fastball misses up and in. It's a walk to Ethan Porter. Back-to-back base runners reach for Oregon State.
Sticky situation now for Caleb Anderson. Just speaking about his control. Saw a few fastballs just miss high during that at-bat. Pitches he would have wanted back. Now it's 2 men on for the Beavers and only 1 out.
Oregon State going to try and get those 2 runs right back. This is a huge inning for Long Beach State to throw up a 0, keep this game close. Adam Haight 1 for 3, had a single and then came around to score in the 2nd inning. First pitch slider missed low.
You see Anderson right now, slider, fastball, fastball, slider. Trying to find his rhythm.
Looking for a ground ball. 1-0 chopper foul. It's a comfortable evening at Blair Field as the sunshine is now all the way gone. One. Missed up high. Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry. You're listening to Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. First and second with 1 out, 5-2 Beavers in the 7th inning. 2-1 pitch, missed outside. Anderson way behind again.
Right now, Anderson really off his rhythm. Seen it at times this season. He's kind of fighting himself right now. Fighting to find his spot, fighting to pick something out on a corner. After a 5-pitch walk, in real danger. Loading the bases now.
See some movement down in the dirtbag bullpen. Fly ball out into left field. Merkle Turner starts back. It's playable, and he gets there to make the catch. Tag up from second base. Throw to third is not in time to get Vasquez. Slides in head first as Lena had to come off the bag to get the throw. First and third now for Oregon State with 2 out. Big result there for Caleb Anderson to retire Haight despite being behind the count. And now as he faces Josh Proctor, or is slated to, Abe Alvarez coming out of the dirtbag dugout for a mound visit. Would be surprised to see a move here against the righty. There's a chance for Caleb Anderson to try and get out of the inning before having to face another left-hander.
Right now sitting on 19 pitches.
Mound visit breaks, and Caleb Anderson is staying in.
Some spirited instructions during the huddle as well from Abe Alvarez.
Runners at the corners with 2 out as Anderson will look to get out of the jam. This one's self-inflicted. Put out the fire last inning, but now trying to work out of his own couple runners on base. Josh Proctor in the box. Anderson hesitates. Now his first pitch slider in there for a strike. That's that breaking ball he's been looking for, right onto the outside corner.
Blairfield faithful knows that was an important pitch. Set the tone against Proctor.
Proctor also 1 for 3 tonight, and an RBI single in the second inning. 0-1. Another slider, chopper to the left side of the mound. Anderson lets it go. Lena throws not in time to first. An infield single for Josh Proctor. Couldn't have placed the swinging bunt any better, and that brings in another run. It's 6-2 Beavers.
Said it best, Bruce. Could not have placed that in a better position. Anderson giving it chase. Wasn't going to get there. Lena, who started that at-bat, square with the bag, wasn't going to get there either. And it's perfect placement to restore a 4-run advantage for Oregon State.
Couple runners still on, first and second, as Jacob Galloway comes up.
Got Ethan Porter on second base now.
Second RBI of the night for Josh Proctor. That's a big run for the Beavers to extend their lead back to 4. First pitch fastball for a strike to Galloway.
And right after the Dirtbags get a little bit of that rally going in the bottom of the 6th, Oregon State able to strike right back. Make Caleb Anderson uncomfortable. Smart hitting around the infield. Another run comes around. Textbook baseball.
0-1 pitch to Galloway. Slider fought off the hands into the netting for strike 2. That run just as important for the scoreboard as it is for the mental game. Oregon State had been in complete control of this game through 5 innings. Long Beach started to crawl back with those 2 in the 6th. Now Oregon State gets back to a 4-run lead here in the 7th. 0-2 pitch from Caleb Anderson. Slider chopped on the ground, fouled on the first baseline. Galloway narrowly missed a home run his last time up, doubled off the warning track in right field. 0-2 again. Slider just missed the back door.
Oof.
Caleb Anderson started to strut towards the dugout, but had to throw on the brakes. The Dirtbag crowd does not agree with the call from Christopher Torres.
Caleb Anderson wishes he could tap his head right now, get that one reviewed.
Instead, it's 1-2. Pitch pulled foul. We'll do it again. Temperature down to 63 degrees. The cooler ocean air has started to set in. Another 1-2 from Caleb Anderson. Fastball missed high. Deuces wild here in the 7th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on. Jacob Galloway looking for his second hit tonight. Anderson delivers. Line drive off the end of the bat and caught at second base by Camden Gasser. 2 stranded for Oregon State, but they do get 1 run back. Dirtbag fans will stretch at Blair Field. It's 6-2 Beavers on 22 West Radio.
It's Oregon State leading 6-2. It's now time to get up some directions. Enjoy the city and take me out to the ballgame. Accompanied by Jeff Good on our Blair Field Organic.
Back for the bottom of the 7th inning with the Beavers leading 6-2. Merkel Turner leading things off for Long Beach State. Couple of changes on defense for the Beavers, with Isaac Yeager still out there on the mound. First 0-1, roped out towards left field, ranging back and letting it bounce off the wall is Adam Haight, excuse me. Merkel Turner pulls into second base, standing up. A leadoff double for Long Beach State starts the 7th.
Oregon State shuffling up the outfield for the bottom of this 7th inning, and Merkel Turner teeing off on the second pitch he sees.
And now we'll catch up on those changes with you. Adam Haight moved over from right field to left field. Easton Talt, the starter in center field, moved over to right. The new center fielder into the game is Nyan Hayes. Also a change at first base. The new first baseman, Jaco Krieg. So Ethan Porter is out of the game, and then Josh Proctor out of the game as the starter in left. Justin Rolston in the box, checked his swing and went around on a slider. He's behind 0-1. Rolston 0 for 2 tonight, strikeout and a flyout. Checks his swing on a slider that misses low. This time didn't go around. One dirtbag run out of the 2 in the 6th, scored after Isaac Yeager entered the game. Was credited to Kleinschmidt's line though. Rolston takes again for ball 2. Then Yeager was able to get a strikeout and a ground ball double play to limit the damage to 2 runs. Rolston takes low again, and it's 3-1. Now sinker just caught the inside corner. Rolston looked ready to head down to first base. Instead, it's a full count. Man at second, nobody out. 6-2 Beavers, the bottom of the 7th inning.
This is only the 29th at-bat of the season for Justin Rolston. 4 walks, 9 strikeouts.
Pop up in foul territory behind home plate. Galloway sprinting to the backstop, but it gets out of play. Justin Rolston looking to win the battle. Another payoff pitch from Yeager. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Next pitch will be the 8th of the at-bat.
Rolston batting just 107 this season, only 3 hits. Showing some real fight here.
Another payoff. Pop up out into short center field. Inge back, and he gives way to Hayes in center field to make the catch. Good at bat from Rolston, but on the 8th pitch, he flies out. One out now and a man at second for Connor Stewart. Connor Stewart double to left his last time up. Now chops one off his leg. Foul ball goes for strike 1. Dirtbag first baseman in the box. 0-1 comes home, misses inside. Isaac Yeager has lived up to high expectations this year for Oregon State in relief. Was before the season on the Stopper of the Year preseason watch list. Also was preseason All-America second team. Stewart swings through a breaking ball to bring the count to 1-2. all Jaeger has done to respond to those accolades. A 167 ERA and sub-1 whip. One-two, line drive out towards center field, but it's right at Hayes. He makes the catch. 2 outs now with Turner staying at second.
Hayes out there in center field, immediately becoming a ball magnet.
Now, despite the success for Isaac Jaeger, he has not been the closer for Oregon State. 0 saves on the season. That's because Albert Robles has been the stopper for this Oregon State bullpen. Familiar name for Dirtbag fans. Robles was the best pitcher in relief for Long Beach State last year before transferring to Corvallis, where he has blossomed in 2026.
Robles had some really memorable performances here at Blair Field last season.
First pitch slider misses low to Damon Valdez. See if we see Valdez later tonight, or Robles that is.
Be really
Valdez in the box now.
Be really great. He has a fantastic fastball that's only gotten better this season.
Chopper on the ground to the left side, fielded by Vasquez. He throws across the diamond in time to get Valdez. And the Dirtbags leave the leadoff double stranded. Going to the 8th, still 6-2 Beavers on 22 West Radio. Tyler Inge leading off the 8th inning for Oregon State. It's 6-2 Beavers. Caleb Anderson still the pitcher for Long Beach State. 9-1-2 due up for the Beavers. Inge 0 for 2 tonight. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and a slider finds the outside corner.
9 hits tonight for Oregon State. Tyler Inge, though, 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play, then struck out looking. First 2 at-bats.
Swing and a miss, and another good slider. It's 0-2.
He was able to get on base in the 6th inning with a walk and advance to second base on a wild pitch. That's as far as he got. First time tonight facing Caleb Anderson.
Slider missed outside, tried to get an even further chase, but Inge laid off. Anderson still ahead. One, two, slider just got a piece to stay alive. Clearly happy with the breaking ball in the matchup against Inge. Anderson trying to put him away. Another 1-2, slider down in the dirt. Top of the order looming on deck for the Beavers. The 2-2 fastball is popped up into center field, playable for Justin Rolston. He's camped to make the catch for the first out.
Right fielder number 6, Easton Tall.
Easton Talt coming up. Played the first 6 innings of the game in center field. Moved over to right field for the bottom of the 7th. The defensive subs from last inning, Jacob Craig in the 5 spot in the order, Nyan Hayes in the 7 spot. First pitch to Tolt, slider in there for a strike. Counts 0-1. Takes a fastball for strike 2. Anderson's gotten ahead 0-2 on both batters in this 8th. The wind has completely gone away. Hard ground ball into the netting in front of the dugout for Oregon State. The count stays 0-2. Comfortable night in a ball game that's moved fairly quick. Curveball on the outside corner. Strikeout looking for Caleb Anderson for the 2nd out of the inning.
Nasty from Caleb Anderson. Just froze Easton Talt.
Normally when Anderson goes to the breaking ball, it's the slider. That time the curveball froze Tolt as it came through the back door. AJ Singer in the box with 2 outs and nobody on. Beavers still ahead 6-2. Fastball at the letters for strike 1 to Singer.
Caleb Anderson now hawking down a 1-2-3 inning. Be big for the Dirtbags as they still trail by 4.
Singer 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Slider in for a strike. Anderson again ahead 0-2. Pitch to Singer. Slider chased down in the dirt. Valdez picks it and tags him out. 3-pitch strikeout for Anderson as he rolls a 1-2-3 8th inning. Dirtbags coming up in the bottom half, trailing by 4 on 22 West Radio. Top of the order up for Long Beach State as they try and rally in the 8th. 6-2 Beavers as Oregon State goes back to the bullpen. Wyatt Queen, the junior right-hander, coming in relief. 2.31 ERA as it's another Beaver reliever with fantastic numbers this year. 17 games and 35 innings, 56 strikeouts for Queen. So big-time punch-out stuff on the mound. Camden Gasser in the box, takes a first pitch fastball right down the middle.
Wyatt Queen, native of Maryville, Washington. Another guy who's coming off career best performance against CSUN. 7 strikeouts in 3 1/3 innings of relief coming a week ago on Friday night.
Gasser takes another strike, and he's behind 0-2.
Back-to-back fastballs, and Wyatt Queen coming out swinging.
It's what you would think you'd see more often against Camden Gasser. And yet, curveball in the dirt. It's 1-2.
Feels like Oregon State have just attacked Camden Gasser all night long.
They've certainly done a better job getting ahead. Gasser's 1 for 3 and a 2-strike single in the 6th to bring in a run. And now he takes another fastball, split in the plate. Gasser goes down looking for the first out.
Designated hitter, number 9, Smith Chandler.
Smith Chandler going to get his first hit of the night. He's over 2 with a walk. He's been 3 good at bats though, 2 lineouts plus the walk that was part of that 6th inning rally. First pitch slider missed outside. Now Chandler checks his swing, and it's a cold strike and a breaking ball. If you're just joining us, Oregon State scored the first 2 runs of the game in the 2nd, added another in the 3rd, went up 5-0 with 2 runs in the 5th. In the 6th inning, Dirtbags put 2 up to cut the deficit to 3. Oregon State responded with another run in the 7th as Chandler takes one outside. That's how we got here. 6-2 Oregon State. 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the 8th. Two-one pitch. Curveball bounced in. Chandler's ahead 3-1. Trotter Enright on deck.
Dirtbags just looking to hop on the comeback trail here at Blair Field, something they have not been able to do all season long. Stack runs consistently in the final 3 frames.
Chandler with a big swing as he fouls one back.
With this fearsome Oregon State bullpen, just continuing to shut down the Long Beach State bats. Task of coming back on a Friday night becomes so much harder.
If there's any team on Long Beach State's schedule that they do not want to be behind multiple runs in the late innings. Chandler takes a fastball up high. It's a good at-bat as he works his 2nd walk of the game. Dirtbags have a 1-out base runner. Trotter Enright coming up next.
Enright a decent night at the plate. 1 for 3 with a flyout, a ground out, and an RBI single in the 6th. Also with a throwing error that resulted in a few runs. It's not his best night in the field.
Man at first with 1 out. Enright takes a first pitch fastball up high.
Enright, one of those guys with a big weekend on tap. Trying to put out good tape, trying to show what he's capable of. Still batting high in this Dirtbags order.
Fouls one off his leg, and that looked like it hurt. Counts 1-1 as Enright hobbles back towards home plate. He's batted in the top 3 for the vast majority of this season in the Dirtbag order. Came into the game batting .279, 30 RBI, but still no home runs. Much more patience in the approach than slug. 9 doubles on the season, though, lead this dirtbag lineup. .33 walks compared to only 23 strikeouts. Curveball taken low, and it's 2-1.
And Enright's strength of the plate is his ability to make contact. Not a guy who chases a ton of pitches. Throughout the season, he's found a way into the outfield consistently. Singles, doubles, resulted in those 31 RBIs. He's been one of the most productive bats in the Big West.
Fastball caught the outside corner. Good location from Queen. It's 2-2.
With the absence of Jake Evans in the infield, Trotter Enright taking up that shortstop position where he hasn't always had the cleanest nights.
Enright has been the dirtbag shortstop for almost all year. He swings and misses at a curveball. So Enright goes down on strikes. There was a brief portion earlier on in the year where he flipped spots with Camden Gasser. Gasser played a game at shortstop with Enright at second. Then they flipped it back, and Enright's been the shortstop the whole year, other than that one blip.
You talk about the infield being reshuffled over these past few years. Trotter Enright finished last season at third base. Got to see action at shortstop and at second. His freshman season, it was Dylan Lena in and out of the lineup at the end of last year.
First pitch slider just missed outside.
Lena tonight has had a night to forget at the plate. 2 strikeouts, and he was denied a single. A fantastic play from Vasquez at third in the 5th inning.
Man at first with 2 out. 1-0 from Queen. Another hard ground ball, this time through the left side. Dylan Lena has his first hit of the game as Chandler moves up to second. Dirtbags with 2 runners on now in the 8th.
And Lena facing Wyatt Queen for the first time tonight, puts those struggles behind him and rips one through the left side. No chance Vasquez was going to deny him that time. Solid piece of hitting from Dylan Lena. The Dirtbags looking for some 2-out magic now.
Turn the keys over to Caden Smacka. If he can reach, the Dirtbags would bring the tying run to the plate.
After having the bases loaded in the 6th inning, Dirtbags want just one more shot.
First pitch breaking ball in the dirt, and Smacka chased it, tried to hold up, but went around without an appeal necessary. First and second with 2 out, Dirtbags trailing by 4. Only 4 outs left to work with. You know they'd love to at least chip away at that lead before the 9th inning. 0-1 breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 2.
Caden Smack has talked all year long about passing the bat, whether it's him in the lineup or whether the bat's being passed to him. And here's Caden Smacka's moment.
Trying to live up to that move the line mantra. Oh-2 pitch. Curveball on the outside corner again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Caden Smacka goes down looking, and the Dirtbags leave 2 stranded. Going to the 9th, 6-2 Beavers on 22 West Radio. Ninth inning with Oregon State still ahead by 4 and looking to add. Still Caleb Anderson out there for Long Beach State. He's gone 2 1/3 so far, 1 run against him. Heart of the order, starting with Bryce Hubbard. First pitch from the righty, swung on and missed by the left-handed hitting DH. Hubbard is 0 for 2 tonight. Has reached twice, a hit by pitch and a walk his first 2 times up. Then grounded out and struck out. Ground ball over towards second base. Gasser slides, but it bounces off him into center field. Now Hubbard's going to round first before throwing on the brakes. Caden Smacko was the guy who got all the way over into center field to field it. Cut off Justin Rolston straight behind the second base bag to hold Hubbard to a single.
Just an unfortunate hop as Camden Gasser tried to knock the ball down. Tough play to make, fielding it on a backhand slide. But still, after the ball got past him, he's slamming the outfield grass.
Yeah, an immediate reaction of frustration from Gasser. It's a play he expects himself to make. Looks like a pinch runner coming on for Oregon State.
Here's a case for the Beavers. Pinch running at first base, number 9, Chase
It's
Miller.
Jace Miller coming on to run for Bryce Hubbard. Paul Vasquez in the box with Miller at first. Pitch from Caleb Anderson, swung on and missed. Good slider there. Oh, 1. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. That's the tunnel Caleb Anderson loves to live in. So hitters get used to seeing that pitch come out of the hand on the outside corner and break away. Surprise him with a fastball down the same arm angle. Counts 0-2. Anderson trying to put Vasquez away. Slider, pop up in foul territory on the first base side. Stewart all the way over, and it gets out of play.
A little souvenir for the traveling Oregon State fans tonight.
Jace Miller at first base has not attempted to steal a bag this year. Another 0-2 from Caleb Anderson. He sets, waits a long time, now comes home. Slider missed inside. Doesn't look like any action in the Oregon State bullpen. They might be sticking with Wyatt Queen for the 9th. Slider on the outside corner. A called strike 3. Caleb Anderson has his 4th punch out.
Right back to the bread and butter for Caleb Anderson. Right in the channel he likes. He's trying to give his team a chance to come back in the bottom of the 9th.
There's no way for it to be a save situation, so looks like the Beavers are holding on to Albert Robles for now. Jacob Craig in the box for his first at-bat. First pitch taken at the knees for strike 1. Craig entered in the 7th inning defensively for Ethan Porter. Line drive out towards left. Merkle Turner ranging in, now has to throw on the brakes, and it bounces in front of him. Jacob Craig with a base hit. Oregon State has runners at first and second with 1 out.
68th at-bat of the season for Jacob Craig, only his 11th hit. That's a big one. One that just dies in front of Merkle Turner. Beavers have 2 on now and only 1 out. Anderson looking to the dugout for some instructions. Dirtbags need to get out of this jam. And in a hurry.
Adam Haight coming up. Anderson glances to second. First pitch to Haight. Fouled straight back. Right on a fastball. Oregon State up 6-2 in the 9th inning. Looking to add some more with 2 runners on base and 1 out. 11 hits on the night for the Beavers. Haight takes a slider down the middle for strike 2. Anderson looking for a quick at-bat here. 0-2 slider, missed inside, almost hit him. That one popped out of the hand early. Anderson is up to 53 pitches. One-two slider, line drive is into the left center gap. That's going to bring home at least one. Rolston over to cut it off. It's a double for Adam Haight. 1 run is in, and the second holds up at third. It's 7-2 Oregon State.
8th double of the season for Adam Haight. Only his 10th extra base hit of the season. Just pulls the pitch from Anderson into the gap. Great piece of hitting. And that might be the dagger.
The lead up to 5. Nyan Hayes coming up for his first at-bat after he also entered defensively in the 7th. Jace Miller, the pinch runner, came around to score the run. The infield is in for the Dirtbags. First pitch taken for a strike by Hayes. Hayes batting .231 this year. .655 OPS. Pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner. He's behind 0-2. Is the bright orange bat matching the OSU text across the chest. Slider chased that way down and away. Valdez has to throw to first, but he does. 3-pitch strikeout for the second out of the inning.
Nyan Hayes just getting up there, swinging at everything. Beavers with a 5-run cushion. Anderson 1 strike away from escaping this 9th inning without any more damage.
Second and third with 2 out. Jacob Galloway stepping in. 1 for 3 tonight. Has sac fly in the 2nd inning. Doubled in the 6th. Chance to add a couple more RBI here. First pitch slider taken for a strike.
Galloway, the senior, by way of USC and Texas A&M. Looking to be a big factor as the postseason comes ever closer.
Originally from Camarillo here in California. He takes another strike. Counts 0-2. Caleb Anderson trying to leave 2 stranded. His pitch misses down in the dirt, but it's blocked by Valdez. Galloway waggles his bat, hands held up high. 1-2, missed outside. The count even at 2s. Two in scoring position for Jacob Galloway. Two-two pitch from Caleb Anderson. Slider fouled back, and we'll do it again.
Galloway showing some real fight here after going down 0-2.
And that wasn't the best breaking ball from Caleb Anderson. Hung up high.
Certainly seen better from Anderson tonight.
Looking for one more strike. Anderson comes home, misses outside. Now the count is full. First base open, and Tyler Inge, the shortstop, on deck.
Nobody coming to save Caleb Anderson out of the Dirtbags bullpen.
Payoff pitch from Caleb Anderson. Slider just got a piece. Foul ball stays right at the feet of Damon Valdez.
Blair
3 balls and 2 strikes. Galloway trying to win this battle against Caleb Anderson. Slider just missed outside. Once again, Caleb Anderson started to walk towards the dugout, but does not get the call from Christopher Torres. Base is now juiced for Oregon State.
Christopher Torres not making any friends at Blair Field tonight. Seen a few pitches from Caleb Anderson just wobble along the strike zone.
Got to be honest, it looked off. It was a backdoor slider that, according to Torres, didn't quite come back and catch the plate. Bases loaded and 2 out. Tyler Inge up there, 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. Takes a first pitch slider for a strike.
And it's as much of a mental battle right now for Caleb Anderson as it is a physical battle. At Galloway 0-2, giving up the walk. Bases loaded now. Needs these next few pitches to fall into the strike zone.
0-1. Another breaking ball, another time in there for a strike. Anderson ahead 0-2 for the second straight at bat. Now try and put Inge away. Slight rattle of the stands around Blair Field. 0-2. Up above his head. Inge ducks down and somehow it missed him. Lucky for Caleb Anderson. That would have forced in a run. I don't know how Inge got out of the way of that. Stayed on his feet as he just ducked all the way down. Counts 1-2. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Caleb Anderson gets the strikeout to leave him loaded, but Oregon State gets one more run. It's 7-2 going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Dirtbags look to rally on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State coming up in the bottom of the 9th inning, and they're chasing 5. Bruce Kuntz, JayDe Beaudry here at Blair Field, listening to Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 in Long Beach. Merkle Turner leading off the 9th inning against Wyatt Queen. Dirtbags down 7-2 and down to their final 3 outs. First pitch taken outside by Turner for ball 1. Long Beach State sent 5 to the plate in the 8th inning, but Queen still did strike out the side. 1-0, popped up and out of play.
Tonight starting to feel like one of those nights this season where the Dirtbags just fall into a hole early and can't climb their way back out. Shutdown performance from Ethan Kleinschmidt to set the tone, and then despite a little bit of life in the 6th inning, nothing since for the Dirtbags.
Curveball in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Oregon State took the lead with a 2-spot in the 2nd inning. They've held it ever since. 12 hits tonight for the Beaver offense. And then this bullpen has been just as good as advertised. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout for Wyatt Queen. 1 out, nobody on for the Dirtbags.
Center fielder, number 42, Justin.
And all the Beavers need to do now to secure this victory is shut down Justin Rolston and Connor Stewart, who combined tonight are just 1 for 6.
That was the 60th strikeout of the season for Queen in only 36 1/3 innings. Rolston takes a strike.
Rolston 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout and a pair of flyouts.
0-1, bounced in there. Clean scoop on the backhand from Galloway behind home plate, but either way, it's a ball. Rolston's made a couple of good plays in center field, but with his 0 for 3 tonight, his average is down to 103. Takes a fastball up and away, and the count's 2-1. Rolston takes a breaking ball for strike 2. Mentioned a little bit about the Oregon State pro pipeline earlier in the game. I'm going to give just a little update. Travis Bazzana hit his first MLB home run tonight. Rolston takes ball 3. He's the second of the 2 first overall picks for Oregon State in the last few years. They also had Iva Arquette go 7th overall to the Marlins last year. Full count to Justin Rolston. Curveball missed down and away.
Wow.
Good at bat as Rolston reaches for the first time tonight.
Only the 2nd walk issued by Wyatt Queen.
And that's not the place that Queen would like to put a guy on. 5-run lead here in the 9th. Connor Stewart will look to pass the baton. He comes up 1 for 3 tonight. Had a double and then came around to score in the 6th. Rolston off of first base. First pitch to Stewart. Swung on and missed. The breaking stuff from Queen looks very effective. He's got a slider and a curveball that have both gotten swings and misses in his inning and a 3rd tonight. All 4 outs he's recorded have been via the strikeout. Another curveball taken for strike 2.
It's another great pitch from Wyatt Queen. You get a small taste of it on Friday night, but you can really see why throughout the weekend this Oregon State pitching staff is going to be simply dominant if Long Beach can't find answers on the offensive end.
At least a formidable opponent. 0-2 swung on and missed. Now a throw back to first base as Rolston dives in just safely. Woo. Avoided catastrophe there as Connor Stewart strikes out on 3 pitches. Dirtbags down to their final out with Damon Valdez coming up. Oregon State still holding Rolston at first base with 2 outs. 5-run lead for the Beavers. First pitch swung on and missed. The curveball again. And at this point, it looks like Wyatt Queen might as well call his own pitches. Dirtbags know what's coming, and they haven't been able to hit it.
After issuing the walk to Justin Rolston, 3 straight strikes. Make that 4 now from Wyatt Queen.
1 curveball, waved out and missed again. It's 5 straight curveballs from Queen. If you're a betting man.
Fastball?
Dirtbags down to their last strike. Wyatt Queen looking to close it out. 0-2, curveball chased in the dirt. Valdez swings over the top, and the throw down to first is in time to get him. Wyatt Queen slams the door with 6 strikeouts across 2 innings, and Oregon State wins game 1 of the series 7-2.
Wyatt Queen, just a metronome on the mound. Curveball after curveball after curveball, and it really is the story of the night. Dirtbags fail to throw the first punch, fall behind, and can't find a way to strike back. It's been the story of the season. TJ Bruce will hope it's not the story of this final home series of the 2026 campaign that at times has felt like one to forget, but it's not over yet. Dirtbags will have 2 more shots at the Beavers through the weekend and hope to pull out at least 1 more win this season.
Final line scores: Oregon State 7 runs on 12 hits, 0 errors, and 11 left on. Long Beach State with 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 7 left on. Ethan Kleinschmidt picks up the win. On the other side, Kaimi Kahalekai goes down as the losing pitcher for Long Beach State. As you said, JayDe, 2 more to go in this series, so Long Beach State will still have a chance to win the series in their final home weekend of the year. But Oregon State wins night 1, 7-2. Kleinschmidt improves to 8-2 with a win. Kahalekai falls to 0-4 with the loss. And that'll do it for us here at Blair Field. For all of our 22 West Sports crew, I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry, and this has been Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. We'll be back on the air tomorrow in Westwood for a NCAA men's volleyball Final 4 doubleheader. Ball State versus UC Irvine at 3:30 and Long Beach State versus Hawaii at 6:30. You will not want to miss any of it. And then our next Dirtbags broadcast will be for the series finale against Oregon State on Sunday. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope to have you tune in at some point the rest of the weekend.